If you have PCOS and you've asked yourself, will my period ever come back on its own? The answer is yes, but only when you understand the 3 hormones causing your issues and what you can do about them. If your period's been missing for months, only shows up with birth control, or feels like a total mystery, this video is going to change the game for you. I'm Daphne Jason, registered dietitian and PCOS expert, and today we're diving into the real reason behind irregular or missing periods in PCOS, and more importantly, what it actually takes to bring your period back naturally. Now, if you've been told to just lose weight or take birth control, it's going to regulate your cycle, but deep down, you want to understand and fix what's really going on with your cycle, keep watching, because even though it may feel like it, your body is not broken, and getting your period back is 100% possible, even if your doctor seems to think otherwise. So let's talk about the actual problem. Why is your period missing to begin with? Here's what we know. About 1 in 10 women of reproductive age has PCOS, and the most common complaint, you guessed it, totally unpredictable periods. We're talking about cycles that are 35, 60, or even 90 days. Or we're talking about periods that never come unless you're using medication like progesterone or birth control. But here's the truth. Just because irregular periods are common with PCOS, it doesn't mean that they're normal, and you don't have to accept them as your reality forever. Every woman with PCOS, yes, even if you've tried everything, has the ability to regulate her cycle naturally. I see it happen inside my program, the Period Return Plan, all the time, every single week. Now, in order to truly understand your cycle, we need to talk about the 3 hormones that are disrupting it, okay? So let's talk about what's really going on behind the scenes. These are the culprits behind missing or inconsistent periods. There are 3 major hormones that play a huge role here. Number 1 is insulin. Insulin's job, you may already know this, is to move sugar from your blood into your cells for energy. That's how your body makes energy. But in PCOS, your body often becomes insulin resistant, meaning it needs more and more insulin to do the job. That extra insulin does more than mess with your blood sugar. It also increases other hormones like LH, which tells your ovaries to make more testosterone, and androgens, which are male hormones. And too much androgens, that's where ovulation stops happening. So when there's no ovulation, there's no period. It's pretty simple. And studies totally support this and show that women with PCOS and insulin resistance, up to 80% of them have ovulation problems causing irregular cycles. Number 2 is androgens. So this is the second group of hormones behind missing periods, and they are male hormones like testosterone and DHEA. So even though testosterone is known and is often called a male hormone, females have it too. The problem is that women with PCOS just tend to have too much of it, which can cause your ovaries to kind of hit pause. So instead of releasing one mature egg, they stall out and produce a bunch of tiny follicles that never fully develop or mature to the point of ovulation. That's why we see those classic cysts or a string of pearls on an ultrasound on your ovaries. So I'm going to give you a really quick analogy here. I want you to think about this whole situation like the classroom. So the egg is the student that needs to graduate, meaning ovulate, and you have great teachers, 2 great teachers that are meant to keep the student on track. This is the job of LH and FSH, which are both hormones that promote ovulation. But we also have androgens. Those are the rowdy kids in the back of the classroom throwing paper airplanes, and the teachers get distracted, the student doesn't graduate, and your period, it doesn't show up. The third hormone is cortisol. That's your stress hormone. So stress is not just in your head. When you're constantly stressed, your body pumps out more cortisol, and a little bit is fine and even helpful, but too much for too long can shut down hormonal signals between your brain and your ovaries. So it's like someone pulled the fire alarm during that classroom lesson and everything stops, including ovulation. That is what happens when you're stressed and cortisol levels go up. And to make things worse, cortisol can also raise your blood sugar, increase insulin, and fuel even more androgen production. So it becomes this domino effect, this vicious cycle that keeps perpetuating itself. When you're stressed, your cortisol levels go up, insulin goes up as a result of that, then we have more androgens, no ovulation, and no period. So if you've noticed that your period went missing during a high stress season of your life, this might be exactly why. All right, so how do we fix this? What can we do? Inside my program, the Period Return Plan, I teach a 3-step framework that helps women restore regular, healthy cycles without birth control, stress, or frustration, and I'm gonna share this process with you right now. Step 1 is to optimize your nutrition specifically for hormone health. So this isn't about counting calories or cutting out carbs. It's about fueling your body with the right nutrients to support ovulation and balance insulin levels. We focus on building meals that stabilize blood sugar, support key hormone production like progesterone and estrogen, and actually leave you feeling satisfied and energized, not restricted or like you're on a permanent diet. Step number 2 is to make lifestyle changes that move the needle. Not everything makes an impact on your body. So there are 5 core areas that work here. Number 1 is movement. Number 2 is stress. Number 3, sleep. Then supplements. Then circadian rhythm. This is your biological clock. We have to reset the clock. Each one of these areas supports your hormones in a different way. And when they work together, your body starts to feel safe again to ovulate, and your hormones can cycle naturally on a consistent schedule. And then number 3 is we want to track your cycle and learn your own patterns. You don't need to just wait and see if your period's going to show up anymore. When you track things like ovulation signs and your cycle length, you're going to understand your cycle, and your periods are going to become more predictable. You'll know your exact fertile window, and you're going to know exactly what your body needs at every phase of the month to stay in sync and balanced. Here's why this 3-step framework works so well. It is not a temporary fix or a random band-aid. It's a method that is proven to work because it helps you lower androgens, improve insulin sensitivity, calm your cortisol levels down, and finally get your period back and put PCOS into remission. So we work on addressing the culprits, the root causes of the problem, and this is why this is proven to work every single time. So if you've ever felt like your body is broken or PCOS is running the show, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You just need the right plan. This process does take time, about 90 days, so patience is key, but the results are incredible and oh so worth it. Now, if you found this video helpful and you feel more seen and supported than ever before, I'd love to invite you to watch my free masterclass where I break this process down in more detail and show you how you can get started. So just head to daphnachazin.com/cycle to sign up. You're gonna get instant access to this masterclass. You do not want to miss it. Thanks so much for watching today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who may need this information, and I'll see you next time.